Carlito's Way, starring Al Pacino and John Leguizamo and Sean Penn. This is basically a story about a man who was a criminal, drug dealer, criminal, and he gets out of jail. Story starts out with him getting out of jail, and he wants to come home, just relax. He finds his old girlfriend and figures he's just going to start a life. But his previous life starts to catch up with him. People he knew before he went to jail. He's a bona fide tough guy. People he knew before he went to jail catch up with him, good and bad. And he gets pulled in. He needs money. He gets pulled in to the life again, almost immediately. And he's changed, though. He doesn't want that life anymore. He wants something better. And the woman will accept him if he, in fact, does want something better. This is Al Pacino's, he does a lot. This is probably his third best mob movie. You got The Godfather, and you got Scarface, and you got Carlito's Way. Those are his top three. I mean, he's done other ones. But I think, he's got The Irishman. But I think that these three are his top mob movies, and maybe his top 5 movies, period. And John Leguizamo is in it. He plays Benny from the Bronx, and he is the up and coming, Carlito. He's the up and coming guy. He's following in his footsteps. He's heard of him. He knows about him. He respects him, but he's not being given the same respect. He tries to get with Carlito, and Carlito, for an instant, goes back to his old days. He beats the dude down, drags him in the alley. The dude is like, "Hey man, let's kill him. Let's kill him like we used to do. We'll hide his body in a whatchamacallit and do the thing about the thingamajigger. Let's do it like the old days, man." And he's like, "Nah, just let him go." Because he doesn't want a body now. He doesn't want to be caught for anything like that. And he doesn't want to stain his soul, and he definitely doesn't want his girl finding out about it. So he's like, "Nah, just let him go." And he's like, "We can't let him go." And they're like, "Nah, just let him go." So he lets him go. Carlito goes about his business, and he's making deals and doing things and making moves and trying to get some money. And people are stealing from him, and everything starts to go crazy. And Sean Penn plays one of those guys that if you ever grew up with a bunch of friends and it was one that was just like doing extra stuff that got him in trouble. He wanted to prove that he was just like everybody else. Maybe he was a little smaller, had Napoleon complex, or maybe he wasn't quite as smart as everybody else, and he would use words that didn't fit in a sentence or something like that. And he was just always trying to prove that he was just like everybody else. "I'm as fast as you guys. I'm as tall as you guys. I get the girls like you guys. I'm as tough as you guys," whatever. That's Sean Penn in this movie. He's actually a lawyer, but he's a lawyer for mobsters. So after a while, he wants to be a mobster too. He wants to prove, I'm a tough guy too. So he wants to prove he's a tough mobster dude, and he gets himself into some trouble that you just can't come back from. And that's one of the things, that's the final straw for Carlito. He's like, "Man, I gotta get out of here." So he tells the girl, "Meet me at the train. We'll get together. We're getting out of here. I got some money. We're gonna take off." And she's like, "Okay, Carlito." And he sees her, and she's at the train, and he's coming to go get her. He's running to the train. But Benny from the Bronx is back. And he waited the whole movie. And he takes out his pop gun, and he ends it, Carlito does not make that train. And I'm thinking, if he'd have done that one evil thing. He did a lot of bad stuff in the movie, but if he'd have done this one evil thing that he was trying not to do, he'd have survived and had a good life. But because he was good then, he was not allowed to have the life. And Billy from the Bronx is going to be a horror, just like he was. So he didn't really change anything. There's still a terrible person in the Bronx, and Carlito's gone, but now Billy's there. And I don't know. It's decisions, man. It's decisions. You make some decisions and they're good. Some decisions, you make the wrong decisions and you will get that business. And that's what he got. He got that business. So it was a good movie. It was a great movie. I would give Carlito, even though I said it was in his top 3, I would probably give it a 7. 7 bags of popcorn. Man, 7 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. Have you seen Carlito's Way? How about part 2? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.